This skill is bedpan and output. Don't let this skill confuse you. It's very simple. Just make sure that you do what you would normally do if you use the restroom. The purpose of this skill is to provide a bedpan to your resident who cannot get up to the restroom. The most important things to do for this one are to make sure that you put your gloves on after you've prepped your area and are ready to begin. We also want to make sure that we are washing our residents' hands as soon as we're done with the bedpan. The final thing that you must make sure you do is have an accurate reading when you account for the resident's urine output. It must be within 30 cc's of the test observer's reading. Good morning, Mrs. Lee. It's Katrina, your CNA. I'm here to put you on your bedpan, okay? Before I do, I'm going to wash my hands and give you some privacy. Give me just a second to get my supplies. So for supplies, you need your barrier for your supplies. You're going to put them on your working area, which will presumably be in the bathroom. So we're going to use the countertop. We also have a towel to both wash and rinse our residents' hands and dry them. We have a graduated cylinder to measure her urine output, our toilet paper for the resident, your bedpan, and gloves. Now I get 2 pair of gloves. Sometimes this is a little confusing, but I would get 2 pair just in case. Okay, so let's first set up our area. You want to put your barrier down. Remember, we don't put anything that has to do with urine on our bedside table or our nightstand, so we can't do that. We need to put it over here in our work area. Make sure your graduated cylinder is where you can use it and read it. So we're going to take to the bedside our tissue and our bedpan. I'm going to go ahead and wet this towel and put soap on one end for her to wash and leave this one without soap for her to rinse. So I have one soapy end, one rinse end, and then my dry towel is over here. So now I'll go to the bedside with my gloves, my bedpan, and my tissue. Okay, Miss Lee, we're going to put you on the bedpan. I'm just going to roll your cover back just a little bit, okay? You can place the tissue here. Place the bedpan on the bed. Do not put your gloves on until you're ready to begin. So now we can put our gloves on because we're ready to roll her over. Okay, Miss Lee, we're going to roll over. This wide part goes along the top side of her buttocks, and then the narrow part goes at the bottom. So when we roll her over, come on, you ready? Wide in at the top, narrow in at the bottom, then we'll roll her back over. You okay? Mm-hmm. Make sure you don't have her covers in her bedpan. And now, nobody pees laying down, so we're going to let the head of the bed up. Tell me when it's comfortable, or as comfortable as it can be. Okay. Here's your tissue. Thank you. And here's your call light. You call me when you're ready, okay? So these other gloves, we're going to use those when we come back in, because what we're doing is we're going outside of the room or behind the privacy curtain. We don't want to stand there with soiled gloves. So we'll go ahead and take these off and verbalize we're washing our hands as we discard them. I'm washing my hands and stepping behind the curtain. So then the actor is going to tell you that she's ready. You're going to come back, put your gloves on again, and remove the bedpan. At this point, the test observer is going to be ready to pour the urine into the bedpan. Ready? Okay. When we take the bedpan out, we just slide it out straight because we don't want to waste urine in the bed. We'll take the tissue away, and we'll go to our work area. Okay, So once the test observer has poured the urine into the bedpan, we have to pour it into the graduated cylinder so that we can read it. So we're going to pour out of this narrow edge of the bedpan. At this point, we're going to read it at eye level. If you'll look here, it's at 275, right between 250 and 300. The bold lines are going to be 50. The smaller lines are going to be 25. So that's 250 right to 275. Okay, so we're going to document 275 for that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to tell the test observer first that we would normally pour this into the commode, but since we don't have one, where would you like me to pour it? She's probably going to tell you to pour it into the sink, so that's what we'll do. Now we'll wash our equipment out. We're going to dry it out. We can put our paper towel in the garbage can. Returning our equipment to storage. Now that we return the equipment, we can remove our gloves and discard those. Verbalize washing our hands because we don't want to wash our residents' hands with dirty hands. So we're washing our hands. Remember, this is our soapy end and our rinse end, so we're going to let her wash and dry her hands. Okay, Miss Lee, you can wash with this end of the towel. Just wash both your hands. Okay. Now we can rinse. And dry. Okay. We can discard these in the linen container. Also, our trash can go in the linen container and our tissue can go back up too. At this point, I'm going to let her curtain back and document 275 milliliters. Okay. We're done now, Miss Leah. Are you okay? Do you want me to let your bed back down?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it up. Here's your call light. If you need me, give me a call, okay?
Thank you.
I'm washing my hands and I'm done.